Yo guys, what is going on? Nickname is just Yellow, and today this Norwegian hardcore PC gamer is gonna make a video about rotations in CSGO. So there is a little thing about rotations in CSGO that is pretty basic to it all, and it's essentially about moving as fast as possible if the opportunity comes. Now, if you want to be there when these kind of things will happen, what you need to do is to be prepared. To be prepared, you need to not only know the map pretty well, which do require you to just play the map a decent amount, and from there on out, you essentially got to feel out the map, alright? You need to know all of these smaller details, how far can it go to the edges, where might enemies appear at when you're running around from cover, where might you fall down, for example. These are all small details I've already covered in a previous video, so you're probably familiar with this already. Now, as for rotations, you need to have an educated plan whenever you go into CSGO, and that can be greatly assisted top left with your little minimap. So as you can see right here, if you, for example, want to rotate all the way around here just for the fuck of rotating, which can be done in a couple of particular ways, but the best one will be normally the one that requires the least time to be spent, which thus is going to be the one, closest to the edges and the corners that will be your, left or right obstacle as you want to run in these very sharp paths. Just hugging those as you're walking is probably going to be your best bet if you want to be able to, take a quicker path and thus be where you are needed, if you are needed there as quick as possible. Now, if you want to then, let's say, react faster to these kind of things, what you want to do then in normal scenarios is to, and this also depends on what weapon the enemy have, naturally, you want to play a little bit of passive and not really take a super aggressive position. This can allow you to, for example, pick off somebody that might, peek out, and thus suddenly you have been one of the couple of people that have cracked open a site, which then allow you to make a move onto that site. This is good because now suddenly you are in the, I guess you could say, arrow of the attack towards a site, in which if somebody else does that, on the A side, for example, all you need to do really is to be aware. You need to be aware of the top right of your screen, where the kill feed will appear at, in which then you will instantly get information that either, some teammates died and you need to, think of a different kind of battle plan per se, or in a reverse case, they killed somebody and now you need to hurry up. Now, when you do want to hurry up, there's a couple of choices you get. You can do one, lurk behind and wait for an enemy to maybe try to flank you. This is going to be good because now they think that they can use their rotation powers to flank, but you're cutting them off, which means that if your teammates are in a good standing, they're certainly going to keep that good standing if you then kill them off here in Banana, for example, for all we know. Now, it can also be a little bit dangerous if they catch you off guard or if they never come at all and your site is weak, which is why you should always try and scurry closer up to the site and rather grab a position that allow you to, be in between the uncharted territory where the enemy can rotate from, and, well, not and, but, still you're close to a bomb, in which means that you can still be a good asset for a team and help out if something might go dark and grimy like this annoying chicken. I fucking hate them. Anyways, moving on. So that is like the entire metagame of raw rotation powers in general, and it is like something that translates over to all the maps in CSGO. So it's a little bit funky to talk about in that sense, and everything I explain now, it works in a reversed way as well. If you, for example, are a CT, a nice proud blue member, and you are fighting right here, and you decide to, be a little bit cheeky, since it looks like nobody are here on Banana, and you have like been watching, widen close to this wall all the time, and you've not seen anything. If you then want to push out, you need to just think about everything I talked about in a reverse scenario, in which then if you then want to rotate, it might not always be so good to do so. So for that scenario, if you want to rotate as a CT back, I would rather recommend, and even more so if your teammates do not have a good hold of the A site, to either go for a supportive push onto the side to try and retake, but if that is not even something that seems probable from this kind of area at library, for example, then you might actually just altogether want to try and make more worth of your entire team's economy. And by that I mean, like, you legitimately go and try and see if you can find this guy right here, and if you, for example, have another smart teammate over in this area at CT, you can go for exit frags in that area, while you can try and find this guy that might be lurking around here to try and find you. If he then pulled closer to the site because they won and you already know that you're not gonna win, at least you can try and seek out enemies that might now run away from this kind of position. You might secure an area for you to live, but you can also damage the enemy's economy a lot more if you just positionize yourself well, and you then take advantage of your position, because they now suddenly have to push out into an area that they don't really have if they are not super good naturally. They should try and have at least one escape route if they're clever. And so you have staged a couple of kills, you have made the round not a super good winner for them. The more guns they win, you know, the more money they get to spend on this, the more fuck they will get in the coming rounds if you keep that trend up, which can in the end of the day make them eco, and you know, an eco can mean so that you can snowball up your money and suddenly you are winning because you get better guns. So yeah, hopefully people enjoyed this video, hopefully you learned something. There's way more to come. Other than that, I still got a lot of videos laying around, but still also more videos to make. Thanks for the support. If you want to support the channel even further, you can check the Patreon page in the description. You get my point. There's a lot in the description, you know. Anyways, thanks for watching, have a nice day, and don't get beastified when you play, people.